Pharmacodynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
Dr. Etienne Cook is joining me in studio to talk about erectile dysfunction. Thank you for joining me, Etienne.
My pleasure.
Well, we're going to be talking about erectile dysfunction today. But before we get right into it, why don't you tell us what erectile dysfunction is?
That is when a man has difficulty in getting it and keeping it, and then the result is that there's no satisfactory sexual intercourse, so the man is left frustrated.
So he has difficulty getting an erection.
Yes.
All right, how common is erectile dysfunction in South Africa?
You know, it's very difficult. If you just look at international figures, they say 30 to 50%, depending on studies. We don't really have figures for South Africa, but I think we can say on average it's between 30 and 50% of men. Obviously, depending on your age, because as men get older, the percentage will be higher that experience these problems, and younger men less, but it doesn't mean that they don't suffer from erectile dysfunction.
All right, now as time passes on, does this 30 to 50% increase? Does it decrease? Does it stay the same?
As we say, as you get older, and one must not blame age for the increase in incidence of erectile dysfunction, but it is just because men are having or experiencing diseases, they're not that healthy anymore, and that's part of aging. And what we also see is as men age, they develop prostate problems. This is not cancer. Cancer of the prostate is real, and it is also a problem of older men. But all men as they age, especially from the age of 40, have an enlargement of their prostate gland. Now, that is the area that surrounds the urethra, or the pipe from the bladder. But there is an association between this condition that is known as benign prostatic hyperplasia or enlargement and erectile dysfunction.
All right. Well, you did say 30 to 50% of people suffer from, or men suffer from erectile dysfunction. Is this a number that's growing?
Growing is relative. Obviously, there's lots of research being done nowadays, but it is also so that programs like this inform men, and men then do come forward and complain about the problem. So in that sense, yes, the figures are growing.
Now, you mentioned that as men get older, their risk for getting erectile dysfunction increases. Is the age when you can Is the age where you get erectile dysfunction getting younger, or is that staying the same?
That is interesting that we see that a quarter of all men reporting to doctors and complaining of erectile dysfunction are now younger than 40 years of age. And we ascribe that to all the stresses of everyday life. People are anxious, there's work stress, there's just relationship stress. There's children, there's finances, so men are quite stressed, and a lot of people also suffer from depression, because anxiety and depression sort of go together. And these are also factors that can have an effect on your erections.
Pharmacodynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.